morning and welcome to State of Business, our television's prime time news bulletin. I'm Madhusha Thavapala. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Supreme Court rules certain clauses of New England Revenue Draft Bill not consistent with Constitution. And Army Commander highlights difference between war heroes and murderers. Now the stories in detail. Speaker of the Parliament Karu Jayasuriya informed the Parliament today that certain clauses of the New England Revenue Draft Bill are not consistent with the Constitution. He said this has been conveyed to him by the Supreme Court. The Speaker said according to the Supreme Court ruling, those clauses need a special parliamentary majority to be passed. The Supreme Court has also ruled certain clauses needed to be approved through a referendum. The Supreme Court has sent him the copies of 10 petitions that were filed against the New England Revenue Draft Bill. Army Commander Lieutenant General Mahesh Senanayake says the war heroes of the Army have never committed war crimes during the time of the conflict. He said those who are accused of wrongdoing are not the war heroes. The Army Commander expressed these views speaking to the media after calling on Mahanayakas in Kandy this morning.
මේ යුද්ධ කාලෙදී හෝ ඊට පසුව නිල ඇඳුම පාවිච්චි කරලා කවුරු හරි වැරදි ක්‍රියාවක යෙදලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔහු රණවීරයෙක් නෙමෙයි. අන්න ඒ රන් කියන්නා වූ රණවීරයෝ තමයි දඩයම් කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ. නැතුව සටන හරියට කරපු කිසිම කෙනෙක්ව එහෙම දනුවන් ලැබිලත් නැහැ. කිසි කෙනෙක් දඩයම් කරන්න දෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. එහෙම වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ හේතුව අපි එහෙම දෙයක් කරලා නැති නිසා. වැරදියක් කරා නම් ඒක වැරදි. මමත් වරදක් කළා තියෙනවා නම් මමත් දංගිරියට යන්න ඕනේ. ඒතකොට මම කියන්නේ රණවීරුවයි මිනිමරුවයි අතර වෙනස රටේ සමාජය සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම දැනගත යුතුයි. විශේෂයෙන්ම දහමුදා දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. රණවීරුව කවුද? මිනිමරුව කවුද කියලා.
Sri Lanka's largest food packaging and agriculture expo Pro Food Pro Pack and Agbis exhibition began in Colombo today. Over 80 companies from India and China are also taking part in the event. The three-day exhibition is organized by the Sri Lanka Food Processors Association together with Lanka Exhibition and Conference Service for the 16th consecutive year. More than 350 stalls have been allocated for local and foreign manufacturers to showcase their products. Minister of Industry and Commerce Rishad Badiuddin was the chief guest at the event.
It is also good to note that the local and overseas participation have been significantly improving and growing. This year there is a special pavilion for Chinese exhibitors. Also taking part are exhibitors from India, Malaysia and Thailand. I am pleased to say that my ministry has been actively promoting the food and packaging sector. There is a great number of micro and SME enterprises active in this industry. In fact, we believe that more than 40% of our SMEs are in food processing sector at a reported value 100 million rupees and employing 1.5 million people.
Let's take a look at more news after this break. Welcome back. Central Bank Governor Dr. Indrajit Kumaraswamy pointed out under the present circumstances he cannot expect the monetary policy to be eased in the near future. The central bank decided to keep the policy interest rates at the current level, citing challenging environment 2 days ago. Addressing the media at the central bank, the governor said they are trying to manage the inflation to be around mid-single digit level this year.
We don't really have a target as such as to when we would trigger a policy rate reduction. As you know, the inflation target is 4 to 6%, and we are fairly confident that the year will end at somewhere around 5%. It's going to probably go up a bit. Inflation will probably go up a bit. It came down quite a lot in July. We see it going up a bit in the next couple of months, and then in November, when the VAT base effect falls off, we see it tailing down again. We are fairly confident it'll end up 5% or a little above that, and certainly in the first quarter of next year come well within our target range, and at maybe in the bottom half of the target range. It's a fine balance, because one of the reasons why we are cautious at the moment about loosening monetary policy is because the current account of the balance of payments actually is going to come out at worse than we expected, and that again is due to factors beyond our control.
The governor also noted subdued foreign direct investments, declining worker remittances, and slow growth in export revenue are exerting pressure on the economy. He said the economic growth would reach around 4.5% this year. Dr. Kumaraswamy also said the real effective exchange rate still reflects an overvalued rupee.
If we want to have a competitive currency, which in my view is crucial if we are to have a successful export transformation. Now, the government has said that boosting exports and import competing production is crucial not only for growth and employment generation, but also to overcome our debt burden. So exports are crucial. Without that, we can't generate the jobs, get the growth, settle our debts. For that, you need a competitive currency. It has to depreciate a little bit more. But Dr. Veer Singh and his team are managing this. We will do it in a very orderly way, which will not be disruptive. But it just is not in the interest of the economy or the people of this country to appreciate the currency. When you have an appreciated currency, you are subsidizing foreign producers at the expense of our domestic producers.
Let's take a look at the stocks after this break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index dropped 4.05 points to close at 6,567.43, and the S&P SL 20 index gained by 2.61 points to close the session at 3,784.51. The turnover was 405.5 million rupees and 23.6 million shares were traded. Next is Forex rates. Now we have dealing room update for the week.
The Sri Lankan rupee ended firmer on Thursday, erasing early losses as the export to greenback sales surpassed imported demand for the US currency, while investors largely shrugged off the central bank monetary policy decision. The spot rupee trading at 153.30 to 153.40 per dollar this morning. The forward premiums declined this week across the board. The 1-month premium was hovering at around 80 to 90 levels, while the 1-year premium was hovering around 1,050 to 1,080 levels. At the weekly Treasury bill auction held this week, the rates of 3-month bill decreased by 41 basis points to 9.03%, while the 6-month bill decreased by 55 basis points to 9.16%, and the 1-year bill decreased by 51 basis points to 9.48%. The overnight call money rates trading around 8.70 to 8.75%, while the overnight repo rates trading at around 8.65 to 8.70 levels this morning. The liquidity in the market was at a surplus of around 31 billion rupees on Thursday. The Treasury bond rates in the secondary market were active this week. The 4-year bond maturing on the 15th of December 2021 was trading at around 10.20 to 10.25% this afternoon, while the 9-year bond maturing on the 1st of August 2026 was trading at around 10.50 to 10.60 levels.
With that, we wrap up State of Business for the week. Join us tomorrow with Biz Roundup at 7 p.m. Until then, take care. Good night.